I'll turn it right over to our panelists to give them time to introduce themselves. Just name, company, and just a little brief introduction. Why don't we start with Juliana?
Okay, thanks, Myra. So I'm Juliana Choy Sommer. I am the founder and president of Priority Architectural Graphics. We are a signage company headquartered in San Francisco, and we have offices in the Peninsula and Redwood City as well. Just quick story background, I started this business 26 years ago as a little nameplate company. We used to make little engraved nameplates for electrical contractors specifically, because they always need to label their switch gears and their panels and their equipment. My dad was an electrician, so that's how it started. He'd always buy these little electrical nameplates, and I started selling them, you know, a little nameplate at a time. And 26 years later, we're now, you know, all over Northern California. We're building signs throughout Northern California. It's a lot of fun. We love having Turner as a client for really just amazing projects. So thank you for inviting me today. Really happy to be here.
So I'll actually get started with kind of a general question for all of you, and then we'll start picking at each one of you and go for individual questions. But the first question, and feel free to jump in, whoever's ready first. How do you balance your career, personal life, and passions, especially given your impressive titles?
Okay, and I'll round it out. So I'll say that it's hard for me because I love what I do. I love being a business owner. I love the challenge. I feel like I was really born to do this. And so it will really never turn off in my head, right? It just won't. I know myself. The only thing that I can turn off is that phone and that laptop. So I have to do it. And I'm sure that many other people, both on the panel and that are watching, have the same problem. So I'll say on the weekends, I will literally have to put the phone into a drawer or make sure I leave it at home if I go for a walk, right, with the dog. I mean, it's, you know, I'll go to Fort Funston, it's an hour and a half. I don't think the world will fall apart. And, you know, it's a discipline that I really have to force myself to do, but we have to do it. We have to put that phone away, close that laptop, and just check out. Because even if that phone's off, I know it's still going on in here. And that's okay, because that's who I am.
Great. Thank you. Got a question for Juliana. What does the future look like for women in your trade? What ways are you innovating to keep current with the world of construction as it progresses?
Oh, it's a good question. So, you know how the construction industry is kind of known as being a lagger when it comes to adopting technology. That's kind of how we've been known as. You remember, I mean, I've been around long enough, and probably many of you have. Remember the fetish we had for paper? We loved our paper, right? And you know, now it's exciting because, you know, the industry is pretty much, you don't see paper so much in the industry anymore. But I remember the time where, oh my God, we were hauling around just literally tons of paper throughout the year. And so I think that all of these tools, which just, I feel like they've really come and gelled and come rapid fire in the last 5 years in particular, have really innovated the industry. But I think what's important is it's really allowed us in the industry to collaborate more, right, without the paper in the way. And I'll also say that, you know, women, I think, are typically by nature pretty strong collaborators, right? Because we just kind of have to be. We need those around us to get everything done. There's a lot of mothers, right? There's mothers, daughters, wives, right, of children and fur babies, whatever that's been said. So we have to collaborate, right, just to get through the day. And so you kind of sync it all together, right? Now you have this industry that is now really embracing these tools, digital tools, right? Where we don't have paper in the way. We can meet this way, right? Digitally. We're having, there's like 50 of us on this call right now, right? And I think there's a really natural fit, right? Where women kind of fit into this new paradigm really well. So that's what I'll say, you know, with regards to my particular trade. You know, again, I do signage. It's a finished trade. It's a bit more amenable to inviting women in than, you know, say Marissa. You know, you see fewer journeymen, you see fewer apprentices. You know, we have a trade happen to be in a trade where, you know, we can bring in, there's a more natural affinity to bring in women. And then you couple that with the innovations that we have going on, and I think looks very promising.
Great. That's encouraging to hear that you guys have more women involved, and hopefully we'll get more electricians and everyone on board also attracted to it. In here actually, kind of as a follow-up of what you just said, considering the wild nature of where everything is heading, do you have any recommendations for us as GCs on how to manage our clients' expectations when they are seeing pricing and they're hoping that we hold the pricing for 6 months, 7 months, and whatnot? Any recommendations on how to properly communicate the chaotic nature of the market right now? That's right. You're talking to a procurement person right here, so you're talking to the right person.
I'd like to add to that. You know, I think that all of us, we're kind of a conduit, right, to just pass the message through from our suppliers, our distributors, you know, and so, you know, we are happy to be that conduit, because it's not coming from us, clearly, it's coming from our suppliers and distributors. If you want to see what we are seeing, I think we would all be happy to really be transparent about it, right? And if that helps you to deliver the message to your clients, right, we'll just, you know, really pass the message on. And if I was asked by Turner, you know, why are you having problems procuring this particular color paint? You know, we're happy to kind of engage with you and our distributors to share that message. So it's really about transparency. And I think that everybody on this call and most subcontractors are happy to be transparent right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think clients are extra receptive when there's that conduit of direct information. There's more legitimacy to it. Is it fair to say that all of the panelists here have really taken charge of their own career, and like Sean described here, really looked out and seeked mentorships for themselves? Is it fair to say for all of you? Great. So you heard it here first, guys. Take charge of your own career. Don't let anyone wait for you. All right, so I do want to do kind of like a final question for all of you, and I would love to open it up also to other folks on the call to have them ask you guys questions too. So have you drawn professional inspiration from other women? Sean, you just kind of touched on this. Tell us about someone who has inspired you, in your case, mentored you. That would be great to hear a little bit more about that. How did you reach out and engage new employees? And how do you keep current while satisfying those that are seasoned in the business? Open to anyone who wants to hit it first.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go. I answer the question about inspiration from other women. So I sit on a networking group. In particular, it's a very specific. It's a women's presidential networking group, and it's huge. And I am going to reach out to all 4 of you and hit you up to join. It's vitally important. And I'll say that in terms of mentorship, you know, I take a little bit from every woman that especially any woman leader, you know, I take a little bit from them, and we support each other, and it's really been incredible to business growth. So I will reach out to all of you, and this is what's great about having a platform like this where we can engage and get a little bit of mojo from each other. I think it's ironic. I'm sorry. I just think it's ironic that Sean said that she is a little bit shy around these sorts of platforms, because she spoke so well for all of us just now. She's a great, yeah. I think you did. You spoke about what our days are like in a very eloquent way. So you're a natural, Sean.
Any other questions? Please, floor is open.
I don't have a question, but I do have a comment. I'm very happy to be here and, you know, just to listen to you guys, because I've been in the construction industry for a while, and there was a time wherein women in this industry, you want to be in that room where everything happens, right? And we're slowly seeing that it's already changing. And what are you guys doing? You're not just in the room, but you guys are winning the room. right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so inspiring. And I hope that, other individuals who are, listening here get that same feeling and inspiration, because whatever men can do, which before they say it's different, right? We can do it. We
Mm-hmm.
work hard. And if you have a good heart to pair with that, sometimes we even do it better, right? So I'm just very, very inspired by you all. And I'm glad and thankful that you guys agreed to be in this panel with us. That's all.
Thank you.
I
Thank
actually
you.
have a question
You know,
myself. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say real fast, I mean, the biggest thing is, I think sometimes even as women, we could be our worst enemies. But I think, now you're seeing so many, I mean, us women, we want to see each other succeed. I mean, I literally love when I see other women succeed, or how can I help? Or, yes, help encourage me, inspire me. Anything on my social media, if anything is negative or anything, is like instantly delete, because I just want to be filled with positive stuff, because that's the only thing that's going to encourage me, keep me going, seeing other women. So I love it. And so when, you can, I mean, I always tell my youngest, the high schooler, it's like, how are there mean girls? There should be, you guys should be inspiring each other. And of course she's rolling her eyes at me, but I'm like, you need to be encouraging these other girls to, like, oh my God, I love your hair, whether it's simple stuff, but it makes them feel good. And, when there's, sounds cliche, but, if we're all happy, why can't the world be happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So makes it better.
Well said. Well said. I actually have a selfish question here, not part of the panel questions, or just personal question here. As business owners, I'm sure you guys have had plenty of situations where you're stepping into a scary moment, whether that be, oh my God, I just got awarded my biggest contract and I don't know how I'm going to do it, or I don't have enough people to get this done on this date as I promised. What do you do to help subside the thoughts of scariness, and how do you move past that almost paralytic feeling of, oh my God, I don't know what to do?
I
A shot of Patron always helps. I'm kidding.
I think for myself, like I believe Sean mentioned earlier, is your village. Is I have been very lucky and grateful to have my father by my side, who's very empowering of women. To have him encourage me, usually when we go into big meetings, to present our company and stuff, I get really nervous, because I know that I'm going to be a lot younger, and it's going to be a room full of men for the most part. And so to me, having him say like, hey, it's going to be okay, everything. And then also when we're in the meetings and they just try to talk to him saying, direct your questions to Marissa. Kind of gives me that confidence, like, hey, I got, my seasoned dad telling me, like, speak up for yourself. And then, my mom, I'll call her because she doesn't know anything about construction. So it's kind of nice to have an outside person give you that encouragement. And yeah, just knowing that it might be tough that feeling might be tough for just right now. You have to find that in yourself, that I can do this, I am going to be able to do it. And I know that it might be a little bit difficult, it might seem stressful right now, but I know that I'm going to get over that hump, and in the end, it's going to be worth it. So
I have a thought on that, and this is actually funny, probably well-rounded here, but I was at an event yesterday where Shonda from Total 360 Concept actually spoke as well, and it was around the topic of inspiring women too, and I wrote down what she said, and it totally goes with what you just said. Shonda said, be unapologetically strive for greatness whenever you enter the room. And I had to write that down because it just made me feel so empowered, because I know what that feels like, walking in the room as a young woman, especially trying to demand the attention of the room. It's all about self-confidence And even better when your peers hype you up as well and say, direct your questions to Marissa or things like that. It's really helpful.
Great. Any other questions? In the interest of time, we're at the 2-minute mark. Want to make sure we're respecting everyone.
Oh. Can I just add really quick? Every job that I've been to or have been awarded, there's always been some type of problem. There's always been some type of issue. I look at it as work in progress. I didn't die because there was a problem. I didn't stop working. I faced it on and we got through it. So I would definitely reiterate what my panelists said. Just face it on. You're not going to die. It's happened to all of us and you'll get through it.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other questions, guys? All right. If not, I want to personally thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for speaking so candidly and openly. And I apologize in advance if you start getting a lot of emails and phone calls from future mentees here at Turner, because I'm sure you've inspired some people here. And it's good to put a face to the name also. Now I know who to call if I need something at each one of these companies and have a personal relationship with you guys. So I hope we continue to foster this beyond Women in Construction Week, and I hope more people also reach out beyond this week. All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I welcome
Everybody.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Cheers.